So still 5 minutes to go.
How things are going on there?
Things are very well over here, sir.
How many participants are there?
So approximately 80 to 100. The joining is around approximately 80 to 100 participants every day.
And it is only around your place and distributed to work.
Sorry, sir?
The participants are distributed to all places or only from your participants? Where from they come? The participants are all belong to your own area or?
No, so participants are from different states like Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. So that participants are spanning from across the India.
Wonderful. How things are, how the response is, how it is?
Yes, sir.
Response
is good, sir.
But you have put a handicap, but the participants may not be that way.
No, sir. Actually, the institute is basically for handicapped students, that too in diploma courses. But for graduation, like BTech courses, there is a specific reservation for handicaps.
So all the participants are already registered there.
Pardon, sir?
The participants are all registered.
Yes, sir. Participants have registered themselves in AICTE portal.
Thank you. Wonderful. The great work you are doing. Can apply while they wait for that. Question number 1. Excuse me. Trying to enable the screen sharing.
Yeah, I will check. I'm asking my colleague over here to enable the screen for you. Yes, sir. Can you please check now if you are able to get the presentation?
Okay, sir.
Fine, great, sir.
You are able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. We are able to see your screen. Plastic thing differently. So shall we start? It's exact 10 now. Sir? Recording started. Sir, can we start now?
Yes, please. Yes. Start.
Good morning, dear participants. Myself, Sushil.
Not audible? Not audible?
Myself, Sushil Kumar Singh, welcome you all to the day 3 of the Faculty Development Program. Our first speaker for the day is Padma Shri Professor R. Vasudevan, sir. Sir, I welcome you again to the Faculty Development Program. Sir, with your due permission, I request you to kindly initiate the proceedings for third day of the Faculty Development Program.
Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Please. Let me start now?
Yes, sir.
Or give an introduction, nothing.
You can start now. We have introduced you on the day 1. Na?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. It's a pleasure for me to be with you, especially for the Faculty Development Program, because I am a teacher by nature. I started my career as a teacher in 1971. By God's grace, half a century has gone, 50 years of teaching I have completed. And I love the profession. I am fascinated by the profession. Therefore, I love to address this program, Faculty Development Program. I consider a teacher is next to God. God creates, but the teacher makes the man, and he makes the man into a superhuman being. He makes the man into a real human being. So the teacher has got so much of responsibility. Otherwise, he does the work of the God. Therefore, teacher is very, very important. It is the teacher who, if you have gone through the autobiography of our late President Abdul Kalam, he prizes almost all his teachers who had helped him to become to such a great level. So it is the teacher that is very important. Therefore, addressing the teacher, I feel proud because you are going to make the India different. And one more aspect I will say, a teacher. I am also a teacher. I continue to be a teacher. But by God's grace, I have been awarded awards, many awards, especially Padma Shri. A teacher, being a teacher, working as a teacher, and getting an award, Padma Shri, I hope I may be the first person. I don't know. But this is possible. That is the most interesting aspect is a teacher can get an award, Padma Shri. How is it possible? When the teacher works for the society, when the teacher does research for the society, when he does relevant work, socially relevant work, it is being appreciated by the society, which is being reflected on the various awards. Therefore, it is very important. A teacher is so important to the society, and therefore there is a recognition also. There is no problem. And I normally introduce myself differently. A waste becomes useful because of another waste. The first waste is myself. Only when I become useful to society, I become useful. From waste, I become useful. Therefore, a man can make myself useful to society. Otherwise, he himself becomes a waste. Therefore, very important that how best we are going to modify ourselves. And when I am able to get students of great caliber, it is the teacher who feels happy about it. I travel across the world, and the one thing I feel proud about it, wherever I go, I see my student. He comes and invites, he comes and prizes. So that is the greatest profession. Wherever you go, I have many such experience. That's how the students came and helped me every aspect. Therefore, we are very happy to address the teachers who are going to be the field creators of the in future India and the future world. Now, with this small introduction, I go to the presentation. Chandar. And I'm working as a professor. So I will start with my respect and pranam to my guru, who is responsible for all my growth, for all my, for at all I am today recognized, it is all because of his blessings. And more than anything else, my college, still I am 77. And I retired in 2003. They still keep me in the college and facilitate me to do some work. But for them, if they don't give that opportunity, how is it possible for me to do the work and get so much of recognition? So the alma mater, God, the college is so important. I must, Thanksgiving is the most important process. I must thank my college. I must thank my students who are with me for the past 15, 20 years. Dr. Chandru, Dr. Kannan, Dr. Sanjay. They are all with me. If at all I got anything recognized, all their work, therefore, it is my humble thanks to those people also before I start. And then I must thank my mother India, which has recognized me for the small work, very small work which has done in various forms. In 2001, I had a great chance of meeting our late President Abdul Kalam, a teacher by himself who retired on the president post and again became teacher, a teacher of his own nature. He met, I met him at my college and showed him the small work which I started using a plastic weight for road. He said, Vasudevan touches something great. It is going to be the greatest recovery, discovery for the world. It is going to be very useful. I don't know much about that, but his vision was there. And I continued my work. He was here for 3 times within a span of 2 months and encouraged my work and every respect. So I thank him and for these blessings. Then in 2015, I got a Tekakon Award from the great hands of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and I had a small discussion about my work. He said, Vasudevan, I know about it. I'm going to introduce this work. I talked to him on October 2nd, and he released the government communication in November 9th, so fast for the work. And then I was also got the award from the Maharashtra of Jaipur, Uday Singh Award. And then the great award, Padma Shri, which I never expected any account. I know about it only the previous day I've been given. All these things for a small work has been done. And this is possible to some extent, I can always say, because of the present mass media. It is able to take my work to the various levels. It is able to present this technology to various levels. They have taken either a TV or paper or any, they have talked to about the work in different direction and showed the world here is the work is being done and plastic can be useful. And from I had a great chance of interacting with many people, even of the great senior actor. Now, above all, the Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climatic Change, they have recognized my work and then made my laboratory as Center for Environmental Information System, and TC Center becomes TC Envis RP, resource partner, and that is again a recognition for the small work that has been done. And we have 2 patents now. One is 2006 and 2020. The patent number 1 is the technology for road making. This is being used throughout the world now. And patent number 2 is on manufacture of Plastone and sexual material, which is coming to the market to different direction in various forms. And now I start my mind on how we work at it. Let us try to understand. Before you go to the topic, let us make up our mind. We must try to do a planning to know about ourselves. Who am I? I'm not living alone. I am the universe. I am the world. And there is a force, external force that is governing, that is absolute. So man, universe, absolute, the coordination is very important. A better coordination becomes a better life. That is what we call Pranava or Om, A-U-M. A for absolute, U for universe, M for man. And when you have the faith in God and care for the world, life becomes different. Therefore, this is a basic need. A man has to understand he is interacting with the world and in the presence of God to do something good, very important. Therefore, life is beautiful. You must make it useful. It is a chain of action and reaction only. But life is as you see, as you perceive. Therefore, you can grow yourself by making a different person. This should be understood. And once you understand this, you can act and evolve. Because you are the ambassador of the world. Because the world, there are about 84 lakhs living beings. Only one is a man. And the world is a Kamadhenu. Whatever you want, it gives. And they understand the creation and the creator, very important. Then only you will understand what means by waste. A creator has done many things. We try to understand. I used to say, why ice floats on water? All metals in the solid form, they immerse. But here is the solid form which floats. If it doesn't float, what happens to the lives of the sea animals? So creation, reason, and the reasoning of the creation, all these very important. Why? The air is mixed with 80% of nitrogen, 20% oxygen, 80% nitrogen. How is that? Why is it? Why the seawater is saltish? Remember, these are all very important questions. Understand and try to make out of that. You will have different thinking at all. To be born as a man is rare. Therefore, and you are an ambassador, you have to coordinate with the world, and you will, in the process, you prosper and evolve. Remember, see, this is one thing we should not forget. We live in the plant kingdom. The plant kingdom is the heart of the land and produces the food and medicine what you need. That's why and the cartoon I have given. See the leaves of the tree makes the man. It gives photosynthesis, it gives oxygen, it gives the food and for him eating. It gives everything for him, shade, water, everything. Produces life for saving, health for maintaining, environmental coordination, temperature, moisture. So biodiversity is very important. Man cannot see this is very important. I will understand this important as we go more and more. Biodiversity is so much important. Unless that is maintained, the things will have. Now today we have disturbed the biodiversity. Therefore global warming take place. All those things because of the waste, the so-called waste, I would say. And remember, therefore, basically we remember about what is plant kingdom. And animal kingdom is only help to maintain the plant kingdom, and man supervises the whole thing. He needs to supervise us. He has a mutual dependency and need to help each other. Unless this concept is understood properly, man cannot live happily. He will have all problems. So therefore, understand the world, which is giving food to water, oxygen, medicine, chemical, metal, etc. But what I give to the world? In return, I give garbage, I give sewage water, I enrich the carbon dioxide content was only 300 and so, 340 or so, now it is 480. That creates a global warming. Sickness, see, your COVID, because immunity differences, sickness, toxic waste, metal scraps, concrete jungles, and different material which produce, all those things are only against man's pollution. Man, all those things, nothing else. Man alone responsible for all those things. Remember that. That is what I say. Man should understand what he is, who he is, where he is, what he is expected to do. See, our forefathers and elders have done some good thing for us. They have safeguarded life of living by proper way of life. Your food has been designed by them. Now you are not following those designs. You got junk food and so many things. But your wonderful food has been well designed. If you follow that, you will have the immunity. You will not have the problem of COVID. But we don't follow that. Choice of natural food, plant-based. Now people talk about organic food. It was the way of living. The food itself is Ayurvedic medicine for us. We have not understood. Cultural activities to safeguard the environment. We have activities only to impart importance to the environment. See, for example, the God's vehicles are always animals. Why? Animals, when you look into the animal, immediately you remember the God and you don't give any harm to the animals. So protection of animals is important. Temple, they have patronized some trees. So how environment is taken care of, trees, animals, food, everything is taken care of by elders. Our habits, we are cleaning and hygiene. Today we are talking about height, keep your distance 2 meters away, wash your hand, don't shake hands, say namaskar. All those things were long ago. These are all various aspects which you need to remember about. Therefore, understand about this, you will not become a river person. Another thing is, when I want to do a research, I go to the Google and search something for that. And that too, when our mind goes more towards the westernized research has been done. Please stop and rethink here. Do you know our sources? India is a place of resources only. We have so many things in there, Vedas and scriptures. Now that is everything in Vedas, I can say. See, the iron pillar that was built in Delhi has been mentioned in a Upanishad, how it is to be filled. That is one sloka, which gives the composition of the iron pillar, which will not undergo rust. This is 10,000 years old. Our scriptures have got all the details about science. For example, in Ramayana, Anjaneya takes off from India to Lanka. When he takes off, the aerodynamics is beautifully described. What are the material travel scheme? How fast it was going? What is the effect of these? All these things are available about 5,000, 10,000 years back. And you know, Ardhanarishwara is the deity, which is represent half Shakti, half Shiva. What do you mean by that? Do you mean to say it's only a concocted design? No. Matter can be converted to energy, energy can be converted to matter, was given by those people. E is called, today is a Einstein equation, E is equal to MC squared. This is already given there. So our homas, see, we do many homas. And where we add many herbs, and the herb materials decompose, they produce gases. They remove the pandemic materials also in the atmosphere. That is technology available. 60 varieties of homos available. Whatever I talk today here, it is going to stay here for hundreds of years. That is the technology. Today we are trying to just touch it. We have not reached that. Astronomy, something like that. What I say, first you feel proud, everything is available here. Then only you can think about something different. And the problem is, nature provides everything for you, for the need, not for the greed. And the environmental change has led to many problems, all because of man only. I say managemental technique. It is managemental technique. Man has to manage his mental technique. Man has to change himself. He must look into everything in the different perspective. That's why I put plastic rethink. Think differently, you will understand many things in the world. Many positive things. I don't talk about negative things, positive things only. Man is allowed to have positive thinking, no negative thinking. So I go slowly into the topic also. See what happens. Up to the World War, First World War, Second World War, before that, people are living very happily. Nobody talks about global warming, nobody talks about environmental pollution, nobody talks about waste management. There was secular economy was available. This culture was stable. The family profession was successful. Enriched villages out there, people on village are very happy. Not much of pollution. But what happened after the World War? Suddenly there's a rush of technology development. This is a revolution. It was nice that you put so many words to show that technology development. What happened by the technology development? What actually results? First of all, industrial centers are developed, urban centers are developed, villages are deserted, and concrete jungles are developed. And what is the result of all those things happened? Before that, we were a simple life, not much of change. Standard of life was given importance, standard of living. Now, if people talk about Audi car or BMW car, we don't talk about all those things. Life was, standard of living is important. Value was given. Environment was not affected. And living beings are not disturbed. No migration of animals or birds. Today, more than 2,000 birds have become extinct because of the difficulty of migration. All because of pollution, waste management, improper waste management only. And live and let him live is a rule which to be followed. But what happened now? After the World War, you have industrialization. Rural life to urban life. Villages deserted. Better infrastructure is there. We have AC, we have so many things, etc. But what has happened? To have all this structure, we need wood, we need material, we need glass, we need metal, we need land. What happened? Deforestation. Where from? To get the wood, you go to forest and deforestation. Indian forest has become 23%. It is the forest is the heart. It is the one which gives the oxygen. It is the one which gives the food. It is the one which maintains the temperature. But with the deforestation is going on. And land grabbing, agriculture is affected. Land grabbing to construct the cities. And environmental pollution. Every industry produces solid waste, liquid waste, gaseous waste. So all the 5 Buddhas are polluted. Life of the every living beings is disturbed. Migration of the birds, as I told you, global warming. Values is given, becomes the rules of life, and survival of the fittest is more important. So what has happened now? Buddhism, there's a demand for wood, demand for metal, demand for ceramics, demand for adhesives, cement. Varieties of cement are coming to the market. Land, and manpower. And manpower, when we say industry, now see, about 100 years back, there is no employment exchange at all. They had their own job and they were able to live happily. Now all people move towards the industry, industrial location, white-collar job, industrial job, manpower, all city villages that move towards that. Villages, deserted villages are again is the heart again. So deforestation, loss of cultivation, villages movement, loss of cultivation, and the result, all those things, pollution of air, water pollution, land pollution, living condition is very much affected. I say all this because of industry, industrial development. You say, is it a right development or not? Question I'm trying. I'm asking, that's why I rethink differently. Industrialization is necessary. Or if there is necessity of industrialization, how should be? What should be? That should be another important question. See here, we have developed into many industries, cosmetics industry, drug industry, fertilizer industry, fuels, explosives, paper, textiles, plastic, junk food, tannery, cement. Some of the industries I have mentioned here. Now, cosmetics, you use fair and lovely. How many people are using fair and lovely? I don't know. But how many people have become fair and lovely? I don't know. But we have maintained so much of waste material produced because of the material and the container. The drugs, the aluminum foils, so one thing that is more in any city is drug shops. And more of drug material, more and more of these materials. Fertilizers, only 15% of the fertilizer is used by the plant. 80% is polluting the water and the land. And we have the fossil fuel now. And there is carbon dioxide, and the transportation results in more and more of carbon dioxide. And one plane, when it travels from Delhi to New York, it consumes 2 lakhs liters of kerosene, producing 6 lakhs liters of carbon dioxide, directly pumping in the space, which creates carbon dioxide and then global warming. So fuels, that's why I say, why not we have wood as a fuel? When you have wood as a fuel, you don't have carbon dioxide, you only end up in carbon, and there is no pollution due to carbon dioxide. I will explain more about it later on. And paper, now paper is enormous, varieties of dailies, varieties of monthlies. What is the purpose we get? Has it already improved our knowledge? Only information which are not correct. But paper or wood, the wood is converted to paper, again waste. Textiles, from cotton fibers to polyester. Plastic material, not decompose easily, and again contain they are not able to dispose it properly. And we have something plastic, I'm going to talk more about it. And junk food, which is absolutely bad for the health of the human being. So all those things are industries which are rather polluted. Were 5 Buddhas: air, land, water, fire, air, everything is being polluted, and therefore it is not correct to think about industrial development is good or not. But people are trying to find out a compromise for this, because by trying to find out herbal materials, by trying to find out Ayurvedic medicine, by trying to organic food and biofuel, trying to know, and digital cotton, these are all trying to ban plastic and try to use food. These are all only trying to find out alternative, but it's not successful. There are also, we have more problems because of the industrial pollution to a greater extent. That has created energy crisis, water crisis, waste management. This is going to be the topic of today for us to discussion. Healthcare, corruption, adulteration. So it is a value addition for the material demand. Adulteration, violence, ecology in question, more about all those things, both pollution of the mind and pollution of the material, they go together only. Therefore, all the problem comes. See here, urbanization. We say villages are moving to a city and urbanization. What has happened? We use Indian gas. We use gas. And 1 kilo of gas in use, it produces 3 kilos of carbon dioxide. Every day, one house is making at least minimum of 1 kilo. And the maximum number of pollution is now in the atmosphere only because of the cooking. Your gas gives, the Indian gases give so much of carbon dioxide that the global warming, that is the carbon dioxide pollution. So that means, can you avoid gas using? You can change, you can find out, you can rethink. I give one idea here. You use cooker. You know the efficiency of cooker? The cooker efficiency only 50%. 50% gas is wasted. Unnecessary carbon dioxide. If you modify the design of the cooker, you can improve the efficiency and then reduce the evolution of carbon dioxide. Think about it. That's what I just want to add. The rethink. What do you mean by rethink? Everywhere. Toothpaste, whether you don't know whether you know what paste you use, or you know why you use the paste, I don't know whether you know, whether you use this paste because I need it. Nobody knows about, most of them, they don't know, it comes by culture. But the paste contains so much of chemical material, you use it and split it on the ground and the water is polluted. And the water getting more and more polluted because of the paste. The paste contains about 40 to 50% of carbon, calcium carbonate, and hardness increases. Can you not change it? Can you not go to herbal paste? Cannot see. This is what I mean by rethinking. Otherwise your normal toothpaste. More than that, the toothbrush which you use a brush for 3 months. After that you throw it. The one brush contains about 80 grams of plastic. So we're adding 80,000 tons of plastic on the road by throwing away the toothbrush. Can you not have it a change? Cannot have toothpaste brush, the head separately and the bottom separately. And whenever you want to, after 3 months, you remove the head and then put another head and then use it. You can reduce the disposal of the plastic waste. Very important. Think about the urbanization has increased the pollution, but we have solutions for that. Water, grey water and sewage water. We have now multi-story buildings, and hundreds of houses are there. Every house you have grey water, and the grey water can be purified to 100%, and you can reuse it. Technology to be developed. And sewage is a question. I have my own question about sewage. Is it necessary to collect the sewage water and then put it in some places? You cannot dispose it differently. This is the Indian technology available. Tires. In even 2008, from people from Netherlands came to me, they said 1 lakh tons of tires they burn. How much of carbon dioxide? So they said, please give me some suggestion. So tires, e-waste today, enormous. So this is all urban pollution comes waste management, different types of waste, e-waste. Your plastic, polyethylene, polypropylene, carry bags, nothing compared to e-waste. One cell which you use, today you use a cell for at least 1 year or 2 years to throw it. It contains 2,000 types of plastic material, of which about 40% are toxic materials. But we never bother about all this. We don't know about it. Why? We don't know about it. E-waste, different waste, which is going to contribute more and more of waste management. Concrete debris. Actually, while I was laying the road in Ceylon, and when I was laying the plastic road, the chief secretary came to my place. See, remember, the chief secretary came to me. That's the greatness. And she said, I'm very happy about the plastic road, but I'm more worried about the concrete debris in Shillong. Well, can you get some solution for that? By God's grace, her intention made true. Now I have developed new products for that also. Road scrap. Road scrap, understand. You lay the road and then again lay another road over there, lay another road up. Sometimes road becomes higher than our house entrance. That's not technique. You have new techniques available for that. The same thing. So everywhere you see some sort of waste is being created by the man. It is because of his own improper involvement. I'm very specific. Like, I'm not questioning the human being. I also joined it. I'm not different from that. I think differently slightly. But see here, whatever I have mentioned here, you are involving, you are understanding, you know about it. Yes, a gas you use, toothpaste you use, fuel you use, water you use, car you travel, e-waste you are using, concrete debris. So for all those things, you are also responsible. What is the solution you are finding out for all those things? Is it not responsible to find out that? It's very important. Think differently. Why I think differently? Think, why not you find a solution for that? No, I don't say innovation. I say innovation. Innovation means central. Innovation means Indian way of doing that. And definitely we can do. I'll say, see here. That's why I have my own looking at that. Here is service. So own your ownership is very important. I must own my ownership. I must be responsible to the society and to myself. I'm going to improve. Service through sacrifice is a pathway to journey inward. Two things are there. Service is for the others and journey inward is for you. See, one act makes two different things. By one act, by serving others, you are improving also. How? By finding out something useful to solve the problem. So for that, I give some idea also, because we're all teachers. As I told you, I have 50 years of experience. I share my experience to you. So what should be the background for that? Inspiring. What's inspiring? You have to inspire through research. And here, teaching profession, I say difference between profession and passion. A profession has got a retirement. Passion, no, and lifelong. So love to learn, love to have, identify your passion and develop it. So innovation, see here, I go on two aspects. One is advanced research, better understanding, pride and recognition. Other one is appropriate research, be friendly, be biomakery, and social relevant. So more important, I don't deny that advanced research going Mars, I don't know how much is important, but it is another technology. But reaching the common man is very important. About 2 years back, a group of people from Madhya Pradesh came and met me, sir. They said, sir, we have wheat. We want to convert the wheat into powder. We don't have current in our village. We don't have machinery technology. We want crushing it only by hand method. And it is very difficult for us. If you go to city and then getting it, it takes 10 days to get back the material. Do you have any solution for that? They came to me from Madhya Pradesh to Madurai, Tamil Nadu. I said, no problem. You are grinding it by hand work. But now I can mechanize the whole process. I said, I can mechanize, and I mechanize the process. If you rotate once, it will rotate 10 times, and the amount of crushing will be more. I showed them, and they were happy, and then they modified the technology and replied to me after sometimes that your technique is very useful. This is what I call appropriate technology. Make it useful. And that should be bio-friendly. You should not create any inconvenience to others. And biomimicry means repeat what the nature is doing. You don't try to find something new. Nature's father is God. God gives an idea. You cannot be a God, definitely. So it should be socially relevant. So what is needed is an awareness, social awareness is important. Practical way of thinking is important. Questioning, like why and how. Allow a student to ask question. Why and how? Will to serve and try to answer them. Very important. So I give some, see, this is not mere speech. I am trying to give some examples also from my life. You can do it. Density of the plastic bead. Normally, plastics are available in the form of a bead only. The density is very important to find out the various products. Depending upon density, you make different products. Therefore, density measurement is very important. That instrument costs about several lakhs, about 8 to 9 lakhs, one instrument costs. And poor plastic manufacturers, they don't have that much facility. So what to do? They don't have facility, but we have to find out. I looked into it, I tried to understand the technology, and then I developed the instrument, which cost only 10 rupees. What is 10? 8 lakhs. Where is 10 rupees? Very simple technique I used. 10 test tubes. Number 1, full 100% water. Number 10, 100% alcohol. In between, have different composition of alcohol. Put the bead, find out where it immerses, where it flows. From the difference, you can find out the density up to 2 decimal. Simple. This is what is called innovation. And I have given the technology to the people, can say, go and use it. You will find out. No problem. So penetration test block, I have developed a block. You can see in my hand which I am having it. This is a block which has developed. This block, we need to find out a penetration. It was applied like 30 kilos of load over a 6 mm rod. If the penetration is less than 1 mm, this is good for use. They gave the test and I tried to find out. And I don't have instrument for that. The instrument cost about 60,000 rupees and available only after 6 months. What I did to know? I went to the mechanic workshop where 6 mm rod taken and I welded one plate over there. I went to the lab and I looked for a puny girl who weighs around 30 kg. I asked her to stand about that. She stood over the material and the load was applied there. I could find the penetration is less and the test was successful. Innovation. I can cite many such examples. Please think about this. We can do. Nothing is impossible. God blessing will do. Sincerity to the work with a faith in God takes you beyond limitation. Crushing of the e-waste. Some students from the school came to me, sir, we want to join you. We are also interested in you. Yeah, I said, what work you can do? He said, please give me any work, I said. I gave the keys of the computer keyboard, keys I learned separated. I asked them to get it powdered. And they tried to crush it, apply some pressure, etc., etc. They could not do it. You know what they finally did? They sat on a concrete floor and rubbed it on the floor and then got the powder. After 5 days, they got about 50 grams of powdered keyboards. And I used the powder and then developed a modified bitumen. And I showed it, Department of Science and Technology, Delhi. I got 45 lakhs grant. Yes, see here. Small, very small works done by the student, I was benefited. Like that, there are many things you can do. Please remember, you can't do it using obsolete instrument. The whole laboratory which I developed, I have to use an obsolete development. I didn't have single price when I started the work. Now my laboratory work about more than 3 crores. So we have to modify the cooker, we have to modify the burner, we have to see the portable speaker, there were speed breaker. A speed breaker costs about 3 to 4 lakhs rupees for construction. And now I have developed portable speaker, you can fix it when you can remove it. Like that, the clay can be modified. There are many things. And PVC can be made into a semiconductor. Like that, what I say is, thinking differently is possible. It is not something different. It is only we apply our mind, we apply together. When a brainstorm taking place, definitely each one can give wonderful process. Yesterday, I was just cutting on jackfruit. And my grandson was with me. He took one fruit and then put it in his mouth, and then next minute he just spit it out and just said, I don't like it. What is that? He said, this is, I'm not able to swallow it. He said, this fellow is about 4 years old. It is sweet, but I'm not able to swallow it because the structure is not good. The 4 years grandson is able to give the idea. Then I too take it. And then I too felt something, innovation. I said, hey, you become the jack guru for me. Jackfruit guru. He told me how the jackfruit should be. Now that every being has got intelligence. Let us try to utilize it. You can find out so many processes. I have done developed another one. Therefore, you can do it thinking differently important. Now coming to my other use, actually, today you say reduce, reuse, and recycle. And you have 4 R, I have put 3 R. And the 4th R I have changed, it is rethink. Thinking differently is very important. Reduce, reuse something. So you use ballpoint pen. You use it for 1 month and then throw it. And you have more than 1 lakh ton of unused, that is the reject ballpoint on the road. Now my question is it necessary when we use a ballpoint pen? Why not we use a pen? I use only pen. Keep here, I have table, I use only a pen. This is I'm using for the past 4 years. I fill the ink and then reuse it. So therefore, I can reduce the use of material like that and then reduce the waste material also. Recycled. So I have used films, cups, foams, e-waste of the plastic for various processes like road, block, roof making. I am going to explain everything. I have enough time you have given. Therefore, I am a little bit slow, but I would like to inject the main important aspect. And the seeds, weeds of seaweeds I have taken, seaweeds, and I have developed a medicine called medicine for diabetes. And this medicine is able to cure the wounds of diabetes very quickly. This one is seaweeds, very simple. One strip in America costs about $10. In India, for me, it costs about 50 paise. I can manufacture and give it free to all. That is how we have to look at it. We have developed biodiesel. Biodiesel need not go to conventional seeds. Many seeds are available which is not edible but simply can be useful. Like that, using differently. Why I put think differently. I give background for that one. And waste and rubber modified bitumen I have developed, and you have developed slag, ceramics, fly ash, gypsum. All this is you have developed into construction materials and wastewater into drinking water. So for me, although I am a chemistry professor by qualification, but I don't confine myself to that. Every science is very important. And you use it for the science of society, engineering. It is science for individual, it is medical. Medicine is individual, society is engineering. Construction of bridge, construction of a river, construction of all those things, you have different ingredients. So therefore, science should be understood, not apportionate, but interdepartmental action is very, very important in the process. Now with this, I come to the main topic. So industry has created all the pollution. And you have the result of it, we have global warming. The Mother Earth temperature is increased by 2.5 degrees. And see, the monsoon is affected. The animals migrate. And we have various problems. Not only India, we the man has got the problem. You know, I should have told you, of the 84 lakhs living, only one is a man. But other living beings are there. They have their own problem of living in the world now. So who is to solve the problem? Who is the father of all these 84 living beings? God. God says in the Bhagavad Gita, Yada yada dharmasya klani bhavati bharata abhyuttana dharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham paritrana sadhuna vinasa dushkrita dharma samstapana sambhavami viveke. He takes care of, whenever dharma is affected, he takes care of. Living in coordinate with nature and environment and help to protect the law of nature is Gita, is a rule. But man now has intercepted, exploited the nature, the forest, the land, everything. The nature is deviated. Nature's law is deviated. Now who can come? God has come in the form of different ways. So first I say, God gifted plastic to solve the problem. Remember, plastic is a gift of God to substitute natural materials which are otherwise exploited and to safeguard the environment. So plastic is, in that respect, is a gift of God. It is now useful in domestic appliance and appliance in various, I don't want to list it, there are so many applications are there. But in fact, what has happened to plastic? The plastic substitutes wood. Plastic has become, your PVC door is much cheaper than a conventional wood door. Your sofa becomes cheaper. A paper is substituted by plastic. Fiber, from cotton fiber, price to fiber. Metals almost displaced by plastic. Glass, transparency glass. Now, so all those, so plastic is now as a multi-purpose material which safeguards the environment differently. And otherwise, it prevents the use of wood and other things. Therefore, I say not to ban, but to plan. And you know, after the use of the plastic for various purposes, it can be converted into a road or a block or a roofing or something else. We are going to see how I am doing all those things. Therefore, it is useful before it is useful after. And it is a very friendly material. See here, it is poor man's friend. Don't hate plastic. It is at your store. It acts as a ballpoint pen in your hand. It acts as a cell in your pocket. It is a chair on your table. It is a water carrier or a mug or a bucket in your house. It is a poor man's friend. Common man's need and nature's protection. And it is able to protect the nature, as I told, deforestation can be reduced. And water penetration can be reduced. It is a substitute for many materials. And this is inspired the technology, of course. They are trying to make very plastic. Again, the industry, they come to use the plastic differently. But they don't understand the problem of, or they understand the problem created by themselves. And of course, the plastic industry has improved the growth of industries and GDP improved. See, the plastic saves energy. You use plastic car, which is weight is less, efficiency is more, and plastic saves carbon, less carbon dioxide produced, and lies. Your plastic helps to have a helmet, to help with so many things, and today PPE. And plastic saves fuel. In a tricycle, you can take a large load of material. No, the fuel reduction takes place. And your water, all your packet water is all plastic material. And above all, the life self-create of the food and medicine has been created by plastic. Can you mention any one negative aspect of plastic? No. Plastic is not a poison. Plastic is not going to be any harm to you. It is used in a different direction. Please think. That's why I say, please think. I'm not a manufacturer of plastic. I'm not owning an industry of plastic. I'm only a common man using plastic, understanding use of plastic in a different way. Open your mind. Open your heart. See that. The product should be environment friendly. It should be economically viable, socially useful. That should be the criteria for a material to be available in the market. Economically friendly, yes, plastic carry bags very cheap. And economically viable, yes, it has improved. socially useful. From carry bag to the common man friend, a vendor, a fruit vendor, a flower vendor, or any vendor, market vendor, he needs to supply the material in the plastic bag. That's why we are able. Only thing is we don't, after getting it, we don't dispose it properly. Remember that. It is only the problem of the dispose. I'm going to talk about it now. So plastic is not the problem. It is the three pillars for the living. It is a winner, actually, I say. It is environment friendly, economically viable, and socially useful. So it's a positive contribution made by the plastic. Try to understand about that. And I give the data here. By producing plastic material, we produce lesser carbon dioxide. If you have any other alternative to produce the plastic, what will happen? It will have. What will happen? More carbon dioxide is produced, more toxic gases are produced, air pollution is more. And in the transportation of the materials also, we use lesser carbon dioxide only. Therefore, on the whole, the plastic material manufacture or transportation is not definitely much better than other material, which you see in the next slide. See here, a plastic packing advantage, 100%. The same material, non-plastic, 310% by cost wise. And the energy consumed 100%, that is 200%. Volume, under 254. Durability, very good as on the average. So, very useful material, plastic. If at all you say any problem, if at all you say, if you don't understand properly, you say, plastic is not biodecomposable. Its life is 500 years, 1,000 years. What's wrong about it? See here. Food decomposes a day. Organ release in a month. Wood a few months. Certain materials more time. But what about stone? Does it undergo biodecomposition? Are we not using it for construction? Is it necessary that stone has to be biodegradable? No. Gold is not biodegradable. You are not using it for jewelry, electronics, so many things. Diamond, very useful material also, not decomposing. Platinum, not decomposing. Why? Plastic is also like that. But plastic is very useful for road, plastone, roofing, corrosion. And in fact, I heard one very important lecture from one of the important scientists. The plastic is going to become many useful materials later on in the medicinal world also. So God fixes time and date for everything. Man should understand and use it properly. Don't say it's not biodegradable. See, it is you who have thrown it in some place and then create the problem. It's about garbage culture. I'm repeating same thing. Human beings are the problem. Who is the waste? The question is very important. So plastic, don't say it's biodegradable, not biodegradable. Let it be. It has got its own use. You say only microplastic. I'm going to talk about it. Microplastic. You only created microplastic. It is not by itself microplastic comes out. Here say, what are the materials you use? Carry bags, single-use plastic, bottles, multi-layers, nylon net in the sewage, cigarettes, butts, safe, solid waste. All those things, poor man's friend. Problem environment. Why? Use and throw. Our technology of disposal. Use and throw. I don't know who has developed this technology. Use and throw. Carelessness of the human being has made all the difference. But all these materials, whether it's carry bag or a single-use plastic or what, any of those materials, can be converted to a very useful material, road, plastone or any other material, there are varieties, reinforcing material, semiconductors, very useful material. Now, the value addition is very much improved in that respect. See here. They use plastic, LDP, low density polyethylene, high density polyethylene, or biscuit cover, or tea covers, or water bottles. All those things we use. But what is our responsibility? See here, I show the other table that sea debris. The sea debris, what is the debris? No? About maximum is cigarette butts, chocolate covers, water bottles, carry bags. Who has done this? Do you mean to say fish are smoking? The man who smokes and throws away tear and blood on the sea. The man who chooses to taste chocolate is choice. Is his responsibility, is it not? People are comes and who and cry. They say, the sea is polluted by plastic. Who has done it? You have done it. And why do you cry about it? You stop doing that. Have a responsibility of disposing it properly. There are many techniques available. Never you are using simply throwing at different corners and then the land is polluted, plastic is there, no place, think about it. The man-made problem. So plastic results in pollution, hazardous, unhygienic. After water, it affects water flow. So rise problems here. All they see here, who has put it in some corner. I take the plastic, some food in the plastic and put it in some corner with some pieces of food, and some animals comes and take it, and the animal is affected. Who is responsible? The animal is responsible. Poor animal doesn't know. When I throw the plastic bag with containing food, is not my responsibility to know that it will be affecting the animal's life. We never think about it. You know, about 10 years back, I was laying a road in Chennai, and the common man in Chennai came and told me, sir, you are using plastic bag. Can I use carry bag? Because I am affordable to take my daily tiffin, only in a carry bag. My food is only in carry bag. I told him, use it, no problem. But after you use it, wash it and put it in the dustbin. Don't put it on the road. It is our plastic. It is our problem. Remember that. So the hazardous, unhygienic afterflow, everything, because I throwing it indiscriminately at different conditions. How? See here. How would I just travel and then throw it on the road. See the road. You have so many plastic platforms. Have they come up with their own? No, it is our own problem. Bad garbage culture. And that has created marine debris, water canal rumbling, and municipal salt. And all those things. See, about 100 years back, we don't have any problems with municipal solid waste. And in my house, in about, we are landlords in our place, and we collect all the waste in a year. And after 1 year, we take it to the land, the manure. The same solid waste, we are not using that manure because it is containing plastic. Who has to put the plastic? I only put the plastic. Because it is having plastic, I am not able to use the manure. So I create the problem and I only say, no, bad. Please think, why do you put it there? Separate it. You have a two-pin system. Plastic separately, other things separately, put it. If you put it, you need not waste your municipal solid waste. You need not burn the municipal solid waste. People say landfilling and incineration, the technique of the solution. No, landfilling is only a postponement. Incineration again gives a toxic gas. Little amount of incineration because it can dismiss so many other materials and that produces. For example, PVC wire mixed with the material that creates a toxic material. So we need to understand, put separately plastic. Are you not taking the food in our daily food in our habit? We don't mix everything in the mix and then put it and then remove it. We have our own way taking of food separately, the food, bread, butter, and something like that. Like that, we have to have a different techniques of disposing the material properly. It is only garbage culture that's the problem, nothing else. See here, the manufacturers manufacture the plastic, market it and forget it. Yesterday on the inaugural lecture also told, I had an interaction with the industrialists. Their interest only to market it. The plastic manufacturers, they market it and forget it. This is not what happened to the plastic. Many leading plastic manufacturers like of India met me. In this river, I even mentioned, met me. Sir, your work is beautiful. No, I don't bother about it. Please tell me what you want. You are manufacturing thousands of materials and your containers are plastic. You supply to the market. Have you ever taken back your containers? Have you taken a payback system or use some system? All the if you wrapper is returned, I will pay. I will reduce 1% cost. If wrapper is returned, I will reduce something. You will can get all those things, and you can make plastic will not be on the road and will not go to the clog on the road, the water path. But manufacturer never bothers about it. They market it and forget. Now the government is trying to give various facilities for them. Still, it is the continuation. And we, the consumers, you sit in the house, your milk packet, and then put it in the road only. And government, of course, again, who is the government? Some of my relatives, some of your relatives. Again, they collect and dumps it on corner. Therefore, man, industry forgets, man forgets, the government forgets. What will happen? India will become WR. Is it not a responsibility? Think about it. So it is a creation, man's creation, nothing else. Plastic is also God's gift. God has given a material, plastic, to help you to reduce your exploitation of nature and thereby living happily. It has been given to you to live happily by not disturbing the environment. But what we're doing is, we use the plastic but disturb the environment still more further and creates all the problem. So here comes the nature's beauty. So the innovation should be environment friendly, economic viable, social, and the government has come with a beautiful slogan, mantra, Swachh Bharat. Swachh Bharat is a clean technology. We have to have, nobody needs to say, your hand has to be cleaned after food, taking food, but we do it. Nobody needs to say, your house has to be cleaned. But here, then the government has comes and forward, please clean the environment, Swachh Bharat. If you do that, if the involvement of institution, industry, and society, and if they do, they could collect, and institute can work for that. We, the institute, work with industry, society, and government to develop new products. Therefore, appropriate research is possible. Therefore, this movement is very important to understand the importance of cleaning and the importance of garbage culture and importance of collection of separates all of the waste material, plastic, organic, and then organic can be converted to manure, plastic can be converted to various products, and other materials can be used. So man has to be thought about that. And government is making effort to have such methods. And what we have done, using the waste plastic, which you say it is to be bad, your carry bags, your biscuit covers, your chocolate covers, your kurkure covers, all those weddings have been used to convert them into wonderful road. These roads are laid in 2000. Since 2002, we are laying the road. Even today, the road is good. Even after 15 and 20 years, the roads are good. No pothole, no crack. That is the problem of the road. The contractor says, you give a road which is so good, and what will happen to my job? No, India has got 46 lakhs. Don't bother. So the road, plastic road, beautifully seen. And here you see the toilet made up of Plastone, cost about 12,000 rupees, constructed in 2 hours, and consuming half a ton of plastic, waste plastic. So we have developed a product. And polymer modified bitumen. See, I was invited to America, Philadelphia, and then I gave a lecture, and then I thought immediately they are all very great. But after sometimes I could understand they also need sort of help. They showed that place in winter, all the roads have been completely spoiled because of the deposit of the snow. Because at low temperature, the road gives way. Now we have developed a new material, a bitumen, which can work at 0 degree. I can lay the road 0 degree, no, the road will not be affected. Same way plastic I use for solving the problem of America. So plastic is not a waste. So use the waste plastic. Better road, better pathway blocks, toilets, and the amount of bitumen can be reduced depending upon the use of plastic. The cost also less because bitumen, for example, 1 kilometer road, single lane, normally we use 10 tons of bitumen. Now I use 9 tons of bitumen, 1 ton of plastic. So 1 ton of bitumen costs about 60,000 rupees. You save that money. Cost of plastic depends upon the availability. And 1 ton of plastic means 10 lakhs carry bag. 10 lakh carry bags is just used in 1 kilometer single lane. Don't bother. And solid waste, otherwise, once removed, it becomes a manure. And job for self-service group is possible. And less maintenance, no pothole formation. And remember that, less maintenance and no pothole formation. And the scraps, we are going to tell all the technology also. Use of scrap, no carbon dioxide, no dioxin. People unnecessarily cry dioxin. And that too, people who are thought supposed to be intellectual, they also talk without understanding that. How do you say that? Dioxin is possible only if you use a chlorine. Polyethylene, polypropylene, polyethylene, no chlorine is available. How can dioxin come? People simply, something comes to press and the people talk like that. Therefore, I say rethink. Very important. See here, one interesting information I'm giving now. Your cup, carry bag, fossil cover, milk cover, foam, chocolate cover, whatever material you use the day-to-day life, super cover, biscuit cover, all these are only thrown on the road. Now, these are all made up of one thing. First, understand second column. They are made up of polyethylene, polypropylene, or polystyrene. Polyethylene, polypropylene, no chlorine, therefore no dioxide. And polyethylene, polypropylene, polystyrene, they soften at 120 to 130 degrees. They melt. When I heat it, it melts. Just like a wax, when heating it melts. The wax never gives any gas. It only melts. Similarly, plastic can be heated and melts. No gas is evolved. Understand? Using plastic for road, no gas pollution. No air pollution is not taking place. You are only melting it. These are the materials we are using. The melting point is only or less than 170. And here are all your packets which you see. Kurkure, starting from kurkure. Anything you say, multi-layer plate. These are all multi-layer plates. There are monolayer. At the top polyester, at the inside aluminum, in between polyethylene, something like that. It's a 3 layer, 5 layer, 7 layers because of the quality and then moisture absorption and so many things are there. But this layer material is so good for protecting the food inside. But after that, it cannot be recycled. This cannot be recycled. Therefore, the problem, the whole world faces the problem. No, but I say, no, don't bother about this. I can reuse it for road. I need this material to a very great extent. All these materials giving a better road than the polyethylene, polypropylene. Therefore, multi-layers are more useful. It solves the problem. Therefore, see here, all the materials they use, they soften between 100 to 120. Only when I heat it beyond 280 degrees, around 200, they decompose gas giver. My working temperature, road technically is 170. I don't go beyond 170. Therefore, no decomposition. Only if I burn it, there's above 700 degree carbon dioxide. Therefore, road making, no gas is evolved, no decomposition take place. The very safe technology, environmentally friendly technology. So, thermal stability up to 250. Decomposition beyond 250. Toxic nature, no toxic. Softening temperature, binding property. The most interesting property of the plastic is the last one, binding property. Plastic has got a beautiful binding property. Cement today is important because of the binding property. The setting property is cement. Similarly, plastic is almost equal, more equal. It is better than cement in many respects, which you are going to see now. So see here, what I do is take the stone, heat it to 170 degrees. Take the plastic, your carry bag or polyethylene, polypropylene carry bag, chocolate, cut it to small pieces, 2 mm to 4 mm. I can even show that here. If you are interested, you can see. I have kept it on my hand. You just see here, this is the plastic which I use. We just cut into 2 mm to 4 mm. I just spray this plastic over the stone at 140 to 150 degrees. The plastic melts over the stone and when I compress it, they form a hard mass like this. This is a Plastone, a model of Plastone. And this can withstand 300 tons load. An elephant can stand over that, nothing will happen to that. Where from it got all the property? Mainly because of the plastic. The plastic is a binder. The plastic which you say is a waste, it is not a waste. It has become a wonderful binder for this. And this is able to give a wonderful product. Now you have got a substitute for granite. And this is made up of a plastic only. So aggregate, waste plastic, mixed, and then quality. This slide shows plastic has a great property as called binder property. Now, the stone is taken, conventional stone or granite stone, and coated with the plastic. You can see the second slide is coated with the plastic. Once you coat with the plastic, the quality of the stone is improved. Nil soundness, nil moisture absorption, zero void, improved crushing value. So it improves the quality of the stone, the quality of the road also. Therefore, plastic not only helps the binder, but also helps very much in this respect. And then the process. Very simple process. You take the aggregate, heat it to 170 degrees, Maximum temperature is only 17 degree. And add the plastic over that, hot you get a hot aggregate, the plastic over that, it gets laminated. The stone is get laminated. Then over the laminated, just add bitumen, which is at 160 degree. Mix it together. 30 seconds extra, you lay the road. Only that is the only thing. Take the plastic, coat it, and add bitumen, mix it. Just 30 seconds extra, you get a road. The road life is 15 years, no pothole, no crack, nothing takes place. And what are the materials used? Only waste granites, waste stone, waste concrete, waste limestone, anything can be used for this purpose. And plastic, carry bags, milk sachet, basket cover, copper cover, kurkure cover, any of the material, monolayer can be used. And they give wonderful layer. Normally, the road strength is supposed to be 1000 kg, but when I use plastic, the road strength becomes 2500 kg, double the strength. Life increases, double the strength, no particle formation. Now, this is done. I hope I can go up to 11:45. I hope I understand from the chart. So the very simple thing is, you take the plastic and clean it, and then add over the stone, laminate it, and then add the bitumen and mix it and get the road. Simple. Take the stone, heat it 170 degree, add the shredded plastic as I told you. This is the shredded plastic which is taken. Add this over that. Gets laminated. Add the bitumen. Mix well. You get the road. Beautiful road you get. And the road strength, see here, the strength is doubled and no particle formation. Withstand heavy load. Decreases bitumen consumption, 10% reduces. Construction costs reduced, that respect. Value addition plastic waste. Now the plastic waste, shredded plastic, this one, per kilo cost about 30 rupees. And no maintenance for 15 years. And no effect of radiation. And no microplastics here, because the plastic is already mixed with the bitumen. And the bitumen, the automatic gets diffused together and never comes out. There is no question of getting microplastics here. So that problem is also solved. And what about the road? The plastic, multi-layer films, no machinery is required, no industry involved, in situ plastic. If you, wherever you are, collect the plastic, cut it and then lay it. Economically friendly. Only stone is modified, not the bitumen. And the road, already you laid road, you take the scrap out and coat it with the plastic, or 50%. The road height is, the level is not encouraged, the quality of the road is improved, cost-wise 50% only. If 1 kilometer range, 20 lakhs, now only 10 lakhs. So scrap can be used, value addition. So it's not only the reduction of value in cost, the road height is not improved, change. The main, we are able to maintain the same level. Otherwise, water, during the rainwater, water enters the house. That's the problem. So no need for landfilling, incineration, no toxic gas evolution, no burning. And so this can be used either by the mini hot mix plant, or by, there are two methods available for road laying. Small roads they do with the mini hot mix plant. Big long roads and they use highways, they use central mixing plant. Both the methods have been used. This is already used by our country. I have the patent and I have the coding also. And the IRC coding is available in 2030. Highways has already been using it. Border roads are already using this technology. And this is the effect of the studying effect of the quality of the road. As per the IRC specification, we have found out this road holds good. The normal road, 3 years life, whereas this, I said initially 7 years, then I made it 10 years. Now even after 15 years, the roads are good. That is a set of, see here, we laid the road in 2004. And both the roads are laid in 2004. Even today, you can visit this road in near my place. It is maintained the same quality. The other road, after 6 months, that is the state of the road. Whereas plastic road gives wonderful structure, laying, life also. So India has got 46 lakhs kilometers of road. I need 1 ton plastic for single lane 1 kilometer. For the 46 lakhs of kilometers, if it are converted to plastic road, I need not less than 2 lakhs tons of plastic road. 200 lakhs tons of plastic road. India has got 5.5 million or 2.5. Actually, I need what is needed, what is available, 10% what is available. All the plastic available in India, West plastic, can be converted into road. and we need to produce more plastic to make better road further also. If you want to have all the roads converted, I need not less than 200 tons of plastic, 200 lakhs tons of plastic, which is not available in India. I only talk about the road. I'm going to come for the next one later on also. So plastic is not a waste. It's the most useful material, better road, better convenience, better transportation, smart city, and plastic. Why do you say plastic is a waste? It's only our habit is different. See here, I have the patent. This is a letter from Modi, and this is now many countries have taken it. Many industries have taken my technology, and America offered me $300 million for taking the technology to them. I said, I'm not giving to you. I'm giving to my country freely. I gave the technology to my country freely. That is being implemented. More than 2 lakh kilometers are being laid in India, and now the border roads being laid. I went in person and talk and explain, give the technology to them, and that is a service. I say, it is God-given. My Guru said, it's a God-given technology. Give it to the country, give it to the people. I follow my Guru's advice. That is being done here. And in last Republic Day, Prime Minister said highways will be done with the plastic road. And our finance minister said rural roads, 80,000 crores she has granted. And our transport minister is now, even last week, he has given 15 to 20% roads will be converted to plastic road. Communications already reached all corporations, so plastic road is being laid. And India only 46 lakh. In the world, 650 lakhs crore. Then what is the amount of plastic required? All the plastic oil in the world can be very well being used. Now comes another product called Plastone. This is nothing but plastic and stone. See here, I'm having it in my hand. There also you can see this is made of plastic and stone. It can be solid waste. I can put it stone. It may be solid waste. It can be concrete waste. It can be limestone waste or any hard waste which can be. And I'm trying to find out use. I have already worked with about 50 solid waste of different industries and find out a product out of that. So this Plastone requires no sand, no water, no bitumen, no cement, no adhesive. Only plastic and waste stone only, waste material only. And this has got 10 times stronger than a concrete. And this can be used as a tiles, as a hollow bricks or a tabletop. We can find out very many uses for that. And for 1 foot by 1 foot tiles, I use 300 grams. Therefore, again, use of plastic has been very much increased. In the road, I use 1 kg of stone and 50 grams of bitumen, 5 grams of plastic. 1,000 grams, 50 grams, 5 grams the ratio. Whereas here, it is 1,000 grams is to 300 grams like that. But consumption of plastic increases. And see here, the use of the Plastone, it is a pathway block, it can paver block, water canals can be used, compound walls can be used, and lawns, bricks, and then rail sleepers, portable speakers. See, very many uses are available. Whatever you name the use, I will give you the product. And it uses all the waste like limestone, red oxide, lime powder, rubber powder, fly ash, etc. So another important product. We have the patent for this also. We have the trademark also has been got from this product. And this is our toilet. One toilet requires. See, it reports about 400 to 450 grams of plastic. When India is going to construct 2 crores of plastic toilet, and we need 1 crore ton of plastic. Where is it? Even for the road, we don't have. So plastic is needed. Plastic has become gold now because it's only we need to cut. The problem of plastic is only collection. That is mainly because of our culture. So this is what I go on. How much of a toilet, what is the amount of plastic requirement? So therefore, it is used for road, run the road, it is used for petroleum, for the Plastone and so on. And here, therefore, this is for scrap also. As I told you, already laid road can be scrapped and then taken and then find out. And we have modified polymer between roads are planned and different roads are also available. And you have road scrap utilization and utilization of polymer modified bitumen, clay modification, so many newer techniques we have developed using the plastic also. And it never stops here. We need to develop more. And plastic has got a plasticizer. We need to develop non-plasticizer or a non-toxic plasticizer. We have to develop that. An inbuilt decomposer to be developed. polymer is not undergoing decomposition. Why not we find out a method to decompose it also? Microbes and microplastic decomposition to be developed. Multi-packets can be converted to multi-layer packets can be converted to multi-packets packet. Therefore, there are toothbrushes, new techniques can be used. But there are many things to so plastic is a opening for new entrepreneurs, new worlds of work, newer development is also available in the process. And so here I have developed a roofing. Normally, your paper cardboard is used for the material for poor man. That is coated the plastic, waste plastic. And the life from 1 year has been to 3 years. So we are using e-waste, we are using corrosion. The rod which is we use for concrete, the iron rod you use for concrete, they undergo rusting after 10 years. But we have now given a coating of the plastic and heat treatment is given, that becomes non-corrosive. So waste plastic is used for non-corrosive strength. Waste plastic is, you name the plastic, I give a use for that. So plastic is not the waste. Plastic is not the villain. Plastic is not a poison in real. Who is the waste? Remember, think, you will understand who is the waste. And see, therefore, the plastic road has come. Growth for industry, better road, environment friendly, scientifically successful, economically viable, solid waste management. And it is the plastic road which has given me the Tech Icon Award, or it can given me Padma Shri. But remember, there is only one property that is identified. That property is the binder. The plastic is a binder. And the binder is using that I have developed a road. And road once you develop, see how the expansion goes on. Road for cold region, America. Road for hot region, there were Dubai people. Road for rainy places in Kerala and Meghalaya. Road for forest region, Kodaikanal. Road for cold countries, using for scrap. Road for all these things within one property called binding property and converted road. We developed different techniques on the planning of the material processes, and we are able to develop it to satisfy the need. See, here is all the need. If you don't have proper road in a forest area, because of rain and dripping of water, the road gets spoiled. So therefore, we need a better road. We need a forest area, we need a better road. We need in Kerala, for heavy rain, we need a better road. So these are all necessity. Because it is not just because some aristocratic way of doing, no, nothing. The basic need is important, and this plastic is able to satisfy the basic need. In Kerala, there is one called Kerala Clean Corporation. Government and Kerala joined together, and they have done wonderful work, and we are the consultant for them also. People are doing per year they consult more than 1,500 kilometers of road. Service done, free service is being done, but it's being used. And then Plastone products, that is what I told about the road. The products, the tiles. The tiles is substitute for granite. The granite, the cost from compared to granite, the cost is not even 1/4, but it's stronger than granite. It is synthetic granite. It satisfied 32 important tests which is to be satisfied. And therefore, the tiles can be used in the form of tabletop. One very big company is contemplating using this tabletop for all over the world. And construction hollow block, the central government has now requested me to find out hollow block so that we can construct roads in the northern area where flood of havoc is more. And the Plastone and sewer tank covers, rail sleepers, much an amount of material required, slippers. Originally concrete, you can use this material. And bridge on both sides, you have a concrete slab supported. You can have this material. So there is no limit for the Plastone material. It has got varieties of materials, varieties of uses. And in the sea road, you have erosion. And the sea erosion can be prepared. You can make a block out of the Plastone and keep it on the road. All the plastic, the sea can be collected, convert the block and Plastone blocks and keep it to prevent erosion. Therefore, the Plastone has got so much of application. So the Plastone uses the construction cost, low cost, solid waste management effectively done, using limestone, ceramic, cable waste, brake lining waste, construction waste, other industrial waste. So one small work has given me a Man of Plastic Man of India title, a Man of the Icon title, and Padma Shri. Simple, I say, is the waste become useful because of this. Very simple work. But only thing you have found out by the and the appropriate guidance of late President Abdul Kalam. He came and told me, right, this is what. In fact, he asked me one more thing, which I have not yet successfully completed. Why should the road be black? Can we not make it into some other color? Black radiation can be avoided. Kindly think about changing the color of the road. This is one of the requests by late President Abdul Kalam to me. Yes, we can do it. I have a concept for that. We can do it by using fly ash. Fly ash is available, and using the fly ash in proper proportion, you can reduce the intensity of the black color of the road. That's all the possible is going on. So simply, it is made in India. It is made in India. Yes, one small scientist, so-called scientist in Madurai, has done material for roofing, material for road, material for Plastone, polymer modified bitumen, corrosion, cold mix. In fact, one of the villages in nearby place came and talked to me, sir. I read about you. We normally say people from America and Japan used to develop new things. I have seen a Tamilian from Madurai has done this work. What a great work. I said, this is the greatest award which I can expect from a common man. There's a great work, sir. He says about that. So that's what it is making India. All countries need the technology now. So many countries are, especially United States, South Africa, and Australia, they're all asking the technology. We are now contemplating that. So make in India. Our product is now be Indian, buy Indian, buy Indian as a concept. And here you are able to do that effectively. And now comes a very interesting situation, COVID-19. Now I say, God gives plastic. Yes, God has again sent a messenger called COVID. Why he has done it? What has happened with the COVID? All the factories are closed. Transportation stopped. Man is put into house arrest or cut home. That is called a house arrest. What has happened? The industrial pollution stopped by stopping the industry. Because the transportation stopped, pollution, carbon, but the fuel pollution is a man responsible for all those things put inside our house arrest. So therefore, lockdown is more to prevent the man from doing the harm. He can't throw the plastic in a discriminate manner. He has to keep it only in the house. He can't come out. So at the same time, the plastic has been given a renewed life. Plastic mask, mouth mask, plastic face mask, PPE, and different comes out. So plastic has got a renewed life. And it has made the man, it has given a chance for the man to think about it. Plastic, think about it. You are the man who is responsible for all those things. You have become, once he is been arrested for the past 1 year, less air pollution, river is free of impurities, less industrial pollution, animals are having favorable conditions. So COVID, we look at differently, rethink. It may be a pandemic, but why it has happened? Why it has come? As I told you, nothing can be created without the God's wish. Even plastic is created by the God's wish. And similarly, waste, there's no waste in the world. Everything is created by Him. And if you think differently, you can get a different product. So it is only man put the mind in properly, you can try to everyone you only say it is waste. If you find out a use, then it becomes a use. So you don't say it's not a waste as per the creation, it is a waste as per the observation. Your inability to understand the use of that. Therefore, here to understand that COVID has come, and see here plastic to fight the COVID. You have gloves, PPE, and SUP for health workers, disposal of dead bodies, and therefore man made to understand this mistake. Garbage culture need to be improved. Plastic waste include COVID now. Extra wealth has come. Improved awareness needed. And support of food materials, packing materials, all those things. Please think. Please think. This is not the important. So plastic again comes. You say plastic to be removed, plastic to be banned. No. It's useful. Unless I understand the use and disposal properly, there's no problem there. Therefore, what is lacking? Most useful plastic, poor man, common man's need, and aristocrats value addition. And after that, I can convert it into very many uses, road, Plastone, etc. Therefore, what is lacking? It is garbage culture and collection. Collection and garbage culture. So that's all. Say no to plastic pollution. but say yes to plastic because it is going to be with you. It is the material which is with you. It is the material which gives you all the facilities. A friend in need is a friend indeed. So the domestic people should understand the awareness and collect it properly and give it to. What I do is I go to the school students, talk to them everything, and ask the students to bring the plastic from home to the school, and the NSS department will collect it and give it to the road making people. Every student, every house, one student is available. I gave the message at Calcutta, and the planning commission member was there. He implemented it. Therefore, it is very easy to collect the plastic waste from through the students mass, because they can understand and they will understand that is taken carry to the next generation. And industry, the most important partner here. You must understand his responsibility. It is not only just marketing and making wealth out of that. I talked to the highest industry in the world, in India, also to them. See, is it not you only created plastic, you only marketed plastic in the world? Is it not responsible to collect it? They said, we will do it. They assured me that they will do it. Why the responsibility helping? The government has given corporate social responsibility, extended producer responsibility. These are the provisions given by the government to help, and the industry should use it properly, and they must see. They should not project outside. They must practice from and then project it. Government, of course, is positive now. I'm very positive about the government because the government is reduced. He is releasing notification after to lay the plastic door. But actually, who is laying the plastic door? We, the people. Government is, again, everything made of man. A few people called government, a few people called engineers, people called contractors, people called the consumer. But all right, it is the man who understands. He has open mind to use the plastic properly so that he can collect it and deposit properly. It is done. In Udupi, they are doing wonderfully well. In Kerala, they are doing wonderfully well, collecting effectively. They have their own people doing very well. And therefore, as I told you, I go to the school. Therefore, own your ownership. Everyone has got the social responsibility. Life is sharing and caring. Health is well. Let us be smart person and create smart organization. Preferring eco-friendly. Therefore, see, industry development is important. We don't deny that. Industry cannot produce whatever they want. They can produce a material which is socially relevant, environmentally friendly, and only license should be given to such material. You can't give everything. If there is, if they show that this can follow the circular economy, they can give the license. Therefore, preferring eco-friendly material, and industry should take the responsibility of this material and development. And more than else, how many industries have got a R&D development to have their own understanding about the product? Very few. In fact, some of the companies, they asked me, can you take this? I said, yes, I take it, provided you give me finance, but they don't come forward. But that is a culture. Industry has, see, it is industry is if you consider a human being, you have the head, you have the stomach, you have everything. Similarly, industry has to think about it and use it and play their role to dispose. Otherwise, it is a problem. And of course, I started in 2001 with nil balance. I don't have anything with me, but I have many interactions with different consultancy of more than 100 companies and doing that and using many materials for converting into process, solid waste, many things. And interestingly, I have many interesting persons meeting also. I met our Prime Minister, I met our Chief Minister, everything because of waste plastic made me to go and remove all. On auto driver, he put it in on the back side of the auto. Don't put plastic on road, use plastic for road. Finished. Don't put plastic on road. Use plastic for road. He put it so beautifully. Therefore, there are people who are ready to understand it. So it is very important that we need to have such things in the process. And we have many, see, it's not just pathway. That experience is very important. Plastic Association, Chief Minister of Nadu, farmers in government, collectors in one word, many CBI officers, all those people, everybody played some small role. And God came in different form to help me to reach this place. Today I am giving a lecture at Ambedkar University. It is not just like that. It is because of the many people's help extended, and God extended for the good cause, for a good process. God extended. He showed me the technique. He showed the person for that, and there goes the technology goes. And so similarly, I had a great occasion to visit America. This see, plastic has made me to go to America, and then I had been to Indonesia to give the technology also for them, all because of the plastic. And so your beliefs becomes your thought becomes your word becomes your action becomes your habit becomes your value decides your growth. So for happiness, so don't say waste, it is a resource. And if your belief, first of all, let it become, it is a resource. How best I can use it? You can find out various methods for that. And today I'm the consultant for so many companies. It's been listed here. And see here, everyone has a role. Each one should play. Carelessness is not there. So we must be careless. You must be careful. Careless and carelessness are important. Service is important. Having trust value. Our education should build education, but value addition should be there. Dharma never to be changed. Dharma only stands strong. It is a dharma that is protected by God. You must follow the dharma. Gyata karmano anneta logo karma pandraga tadattam karma ka ude mukta sangha samatraga. Gita says, life is an yajna. Join in the yajna. You will be prosperous. Very important. So, God blessings, plastic. Man creation, waste plastic. Due to carelessness and carelessness. Man's exploitation of nature affected environment. World faces problem. Can we escape? Yes, don't try to escape. Solutions are many. Think differently. Enlighten yourself and escape from the dark room. Conquer our mind. That is all my lecture is only to talk about the conquering the mind. Once you open the mind, plastic is not a waste. It can be used. You can develop so many things. Be a friend to you and run the world. Plan to move forward towards better India and better world. God gives a chance to change every day, every minute. That's the greatness. God always gives a chance to change. But the slogan should be Indian, buy Indian, buy Indian. Remember that. That should be motto. That should run in the blood. Be Indian. What is not available in India? Everything is available. And we must buy only by Indian. And it should be made by India, and not they can buy. Therefore, be Indian, buy Indian, buy Indian. Very important slogan, I consider. This is a very important cartoon. Say, the man writing ban plastic. The board is plastic. The stand is plastic. The writing brush is plastic. The emulsion is plastic. It dress is polyester. Sitting on a stool of plastic. Everything is plastic, and this below writing ban plastic. This is how our life is going on. Please think it is not so. So therefore, I come back to that. I repeat it. Feel proud to be Indian. Think differently. Why not? Face the challenge. Now don't run away. Get inspired to make India. Make in India and Swachh Bharat are very handy. Aspire to go great heights. Don't be a job seeker, but job producer. It's very important. But the moment I joined the school, I say, what am I going to be? I think about the job seeker. What I can do to society. That motivation, who can, only faculty people can give that motivation to the people concerned. So that's why I say the faculty has to be improved, has to be motivated. I spend about 1.5 hours here only to motivate if at all possible, because I have the experience to say, because I am the most experienced of all the lot, 50 years of either organizers or audience has got that much experience. I am fit enough to say that small qualification is there. So please motivate the student. Please motivate yourself first. You have developed a passion for the job. Motivate yourself and motivate the student. Find out inner talent. Make India different. I say always, India is a puja room of the world. In India, we have all these things. India alone talks about it. India is the puja room. The spirituality is a way of life, India. Therefore, all your way of life, the circular economy, it is a way of life. From the morning to the night, go to bed. There is a various process only to inculcate better environmental happiness. Oneness is all existent. Divine in the destination. We are divine. Remember that. We are not mere man. We are not animal man. We are the divine man. The divine man comes only by service. So we are the guru to the nation. Let us try to be a guru for other nation. Let the physical form of the human soul, let us understand the soul, and let us try to find out the innovation for India. Feel proud in that process only. And therefore, as I told you, the auto rickshaw gives them idea, don't throw plastic on the road, but produce it on the road. The big Lord Krishna says, he is the charioteer. I am here given an auto rickshaw, but Lord Krishna is the charioteer for us. He is for the charioteer, not only Arjuna, for every one of us, for India, for the world. And he says, Devan Bhave Devo Bhavendoha, Parasparam Bhavendaga, Sekha Brasaka. I have created the world along with you. Be friend to the world. Be useful to the world. And by being useful to the world, by friendly world, you will prosper. No, that is ethics to be followed. Follow the ethics. We get everything. No problem. Waste, so my conclusion is there is no waste. Man has to understand waste is the resource. And there is a use for every resource because it's a God-created material. You find out, apply your mind. Think differently, and each one has got his own ability to understand, and he can find out use. I have just touched a very simple seed of a banyan tree. I touched it and it has developed a small tree. And like that, everybody can do something. If a teacher like me can get Padma Shri, why not you people? You can also get it. So I wish everybody must get something, some great laurel by doing great service to the country. And I told you in 2000 was penniless. But many people came forward now to help me, and many people have joined me in this movement. It is Agya which is being done. And Ambedkar University it's not mere arranging a lecture for me. Let them be motivated. Let them arrange the use of plastic road in their campus. If they are laying a plastic road, I am ready to come and guide the engineers there to do the plastic road. That is the spirit I would like to add. That's more important, I put it that way. And Brahma created plastic because creation only by God. And Shiva has extended the life of the plastic decomposition. Vishnu has told me, use plastic for road and other structural materials. So with the God's blessing, we have developed reuse technology. Therefore, thanks God, thanks my organization which is responsible for that. And the Meenakshi temple you see, which is famous for Madurai, and Thiagarajar College, one man started one college. Today, more than 20,000 people, engineers have come out throughout the world, and they are the pillars of the whole world manufacturing. One man's right thought has made so many things. Let us think right thing. Let us join together. Let us do something useful. And I have given my address also there. If you feel I can be of some use to you, you can always call me anytime. No botheration. I am at your service. Please. Thank you very much. Great. It is a great chance for me to talk to you. Thank you very much for the patient hearing. Thanks the organizers also. Haribo.
Thank you, sir. We are very thankful to you, sir, for accepting our kind invitation for this program. And we are very blessed to have you over here on this session. The talk of your talk of today, Plastics Think Differently, will certainly change our perspective towards the plastics as they were thought of. As it is said that the plastics are the man's best creation, and on your words, it's God's best creation for humans. But the way we have dealt the plastics is not the way it should have been treated with. Your talk of today will certainly change our perspective for plastics and will encourage us to start looking for alternative solutions such as bio oils, alternative fuel sources, biodiesel production using these plastics, and as your words, plastone creation, use of plastic for plastic tar creation to make roads and other things, and effective and sustainable management of plastics. I thank you again, sir, for sparing this precious time and sharing your work and knowledge with our participants. Our AITH family is grateful for your gracious presence. Dear
Namaskar.
participants, if you have any questions, the mic is open for you all. Sir will be happy to answer few of your questions.
Namaskar, namaskar.
Participants can open their mics and can ask questions directly to sir. Sir, there is a question from one of our participants. When we burn plastic, a lot of smoke, smell, and carbon dioxide is produced. But without producing carbon dioxide, how the roads are made without any harmful emissions?
I told you the plastic is heated to 170 degree only. It only melts, it never decomposes, it never produces carbon dioxide. The whole technology is working temperature is maximum 170 degree. At that temperature, plastic melts like wax. Wax melts and then liquid. Similarly, it melts and coats of the stone. No question of evolving any gas.
Okay, sir. So there's another question. Can you please shed some light on the types of plastics available to us? Are all available plastics can be applicable for making of roads or for any other purpose?
Yes, all films. I say I missed the word film in my lecture. You can use films of the thickness of 90 microns.
Okay.
Films, carry bags, chocolate covers, kurkure covers, all those films with the thickness of 90 microns. All those things can be directly used, cut into small pieces for the road. If the size, the thickness increases, we have to modify certain criteria. But generally, what we need is collect the waste, dry it, cut it, give it. Not even cleaning is necessary. It can, not even segregation is necessary. All plastics can be collected. Only films out to the microns of 90, up to the maximum size, collect it and dry it and give it, shed it, and you can avoid. The shedding which is available, very simple machine available, and you can do it, no problem at all. So no special technology is involved. Mere collection of films of different varieties up to the thickness of 90 micron, cut it to the size of 2 mm to 4 mm and use it for road traffic.
So one of the participants, Dr. V.K. Sachan, has a question. What are the challenges in practicing what is proposed for this effective management of plastic waste?
The challenges are two. One challenge is contractor. The contractors, they are not happy with the road because the road's life is 15 years. They want to have a life for 1 year only so that you can lay it repeatedly. I said, no, India, you are laying the road only highways. It's about the 1 lakh kilometers. You can lay the rural roads are about 25 lakhs kilometers and make India better. That is only the mind of the contractor. Number two, collection of the waste. We talk so much things about that, but who is collecting properly? In 2016, the Central Pollution Board has given a clear guidance to collect the waste and use it, but we are not implementing it properly. From the house to the road, if you collect it properly, no problem. So this collection only, that's why I go to the students, I go to the various people, I talk to them. If there is a definite way, paying less like income tax. When you have income, you have paying tax, there is a technology available. I'm not talking about who is evading our tax, but generally there is similarly, Once you have the plastic, that is a technology for garbage culture, to separate it, give it to the person concerned, it can be used. So that has not been done properly. That's why I say not to ban, but to plan. My slogan is that not to ban, but to plan. Banning is not a solution. Planning is more important. Let us plan to collect properly the plastic so that it can be used effectively for very many uses.
Exactly. Very true, sir. The waste should be effectively collected and should be planned for effective management.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Participants.
That's why, in fact, we adopt some of the cities now. Because we are working under NVIS RP, no? We adopt certain villages or cities. We give them guidance how to collect the waste from the houses and how to separate it. And we do help people to separate it, segregate it, and use it. We ourselves join in the process to clean the city, to use the management more effectively. And we want to extend it everywhere. And if you have a chance, you have a separate wing, we can guide from here to at your university to make yourself different also. That is possible.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Dear participants, if you have any more questions, mic is open to you all. You can unmute yourself and can directly ask questions to sir. I guess, sir, no more questions, sir. Was very grateful for us to you.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, there is one more question, I guess. Ma'am, can you speak a bit louder?
Okay. Sir, I am Dr. Sharmi Sen from Kolkata. Actually, after doing the postdoc and BA assistant professor in a college, by the side way, I am thinking to do something for the waste management in our locality. That the collections of waste is very much a huge problem here. So, I am thinking to take it as an entrepreneurship also. But I need some expert to guide me. So may I get help from you?
Definitely, I'm very happy that you are interested. That's more important. And any help you want from us, I am ready. You can get my email address and you can send all your details and your place where, how it is. I can give you guidance in every aspect, how to collect, how to use, how to become an entrepreneurship, how you can join the movement. I can help you, no problem. Please share my, you can get it from the net, my mail address. You can share all your ideas. We are here to help you. Definitely. Thank you. No, I'm very happy that you are involved. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I again thank you, sir, for your kind presence. Pranam, sir.
Namaskar.
Dear participants, now there will be a short break of 10 minutes. We will again join for our day 2, session 2 at sharp at 12 p.m. The session will be chaired by Dr. Ravi Singh Rajput. The timing has been rescheduled for 12:15. We will again join at 12:15. The session will be chaired by Dr. Ravi Singh Rajput from REC Kannauj. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let me leave.
Stop sharing.